Hello and welcome to another Source Gaming Smash for Switch discussion. I'm your host NantenJex, and joining me today is PushDustIn.
Hello.
And this week we have come together to talk about another potential character in Super Smash Bros. Last time it was Travis, and this time it's another relevant third party. Slightly more controversial one this time, I think it's fair to say, and that is the Rabbids from Ubisoft. So they're relevant right now because of the latest Nintendo Switch game by Ubisoft Milan, I believe it is. And that's the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle game. A crossover between Nintendo's main mascot and, well, the Ubisoft minion characters, basically. And Rabbids are an iffy subject with a lot of Ubisoft fans. Some claim that they killed Rayman, causing him to disappear from the beginning of the Wii era all the way up until, well, Origins. Like, to be fair, thinking about it, I don't think the gap was that long, maybe about 3-4 years. But the point still stands. They kind of came in and were annoying and took over the Rayman universe for ages before they became their own sort of thing.
Yes, on the Wii and DS era.
Yeah, in the Wii and DS era. And there's been a lot of, I guess, hostility towards them because of that. And I think that's also because Rayman is quite a popular choice for a character to appear in Smash Bros. He's definitely one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Western third-party choice. And Rabbids are seen as a spin-off. So a lot of people are accepting, Rabbids as an assist trophy to Rayman being playable. But potentially, we could see it being the other way around, with Rabbids being playable and Rayman being the assist trophy instead. Because the Rabbids seem to have a much bigger presence currently on Nintendo and have actually, crossed over with Nintendo's main man themselves. And there's plenty of other sort of reasoning behind why Rabbids might be the more likely candidate. Such as in Japan, I believe that Rabbids are slightly more well known.
Well, Rayman just doesn't sell that well in Japan.
Yeah, but what is it like compared to the sales of Rabbids games in Japan?
I'm not sure, actually, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough. See, I'd gotten the impression that I knew Rayman didn't sell very well, but Rabbids kind of have that mascot, weird kind of quality about them.
They kind of appeal to Japanese gamers in some way.
Yes, and so they might be more likely to be chosen by a Japanese development team. And there's a lot of stuff you can do with Rabbids as well. They've got tons of different items and abilities from all the different games. You have the ones from Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle with the guns and bombs and stuff like that. But then you've got the ones from the original game with plunger weapons and toilet humor and stuff like that. And then you have the ones from Rabbids Go Home with the shopping trolley and all the stuff they find in that game. There's a lot of potential to choose from, and a big part of the Rabbids is they're dressing up in lots of weird different outfits. And I think that might also be a big appeal, because like how Pac-Man represents a lot of Namco's arcade history, Rabbids could represent a lot of Ubisoft's IPs. You could have a Rabbid dressed up as Sam Fisher or a Rabbid dressed up as the assassin, and then you're getting lots and lots of different third-party representation from one company through one character.
Yeah, that's basically what happened with the Teenage Mutant Turtles game, right?
Yeah, they were in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, but in that game there were 4 separate Rabbids characters, one of which was a Sam Fisher one.
Yep.
And then I don't know what the other 3 were like. Whereas obviously in Smash, I think they'd just be different costumes. But that's kind of the point. I think there's more you can actually do with the Rabbids than there is with Rayman, who essentially punches and has his helicopter hair and kicks, and I'm sure I know he has a bunch of power-ups in Rayman 2 and 3. I think he has a bazooka, and rocket bazooka in one of them. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a weird position. I would much rather have Rayman, I think, because I prefer the character. But honestly, I'm not all that against the Rabbids showing up.
Personally, I was very much against the Rabbids until Kingdom Battle. Until I really saw Kingdom Battle. And then also when I heard your idea of having the Rabbids represent various aspects of Ubisoft as a company, then I was more okay with the idea. But I'm with you. I would still rather have Rayman in Smash than Rabbids.
Yeah. I mean, it helps that Rayman's already had a trophy in there, but he also, I think he's more of a, cartoony mascot to Ubisoft than the Rabbids are. I mean, and Rayman isn't, irrelevant at the moment. Heck, Rayman Legends Deluxe Edition just came out for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still around, and he's still supporting Nintendo systems.
Yeah.
So it really comes up to a decision of what Sakurai views is going to be more unique and what is going to be seen as a bigger thing in Japan, I guess. Unless the fact that it's a Western rep actually causes him to look at public perception in the West. I don't know if that's something he would do specifically because, he knows it's not going to be as big in Japan, so it might be better to see which one is the more popular choice over here.
The issue is that with Smash 4 Wii U and 3DS, both of those games won the Foreign Games Award, I believe it's called. I'm blanking on the name of the award, but basically 2 years in a row, it was the highest grossing Japanese game abroad. And that was because of the sales and also with the DLC. It's, I think, the only game that was able to pull that off. And Sakurai is very proud about being able to promote Japanese games. And he wrote a column, which I believe was called The Substantial Barrier of AAA Games, in which he talks about, he's very proud that Smash can really represent Japanese games. And so, for me, personally, I'm very reluctant to say that a Western character is very likely. However, Ubisoft and Rayman, they're kind of in a unique position because Nintendo publishes those games in Japan.
Yeah.
So, if there was a Western rep to get in, it would probably be one from Ubisoft.
Yeah, I mean, them and Nintendo have a good relationship.
Yeah.
To the point that, they did reach out to Ubisoft and were like, do you have any 3D models? Because we want to put a trophy of Rayman in Smash.
Yep.
In which they made him. So they actually did go out of their way to reach out to Ubisoft, just not on a character basis, just for a small cameo.
Mm-hmm.
But that still says quite a bit, I think. And if Rayman did popular in the ballots, he could potentially be one of the significant picks.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Rabbids are this weird kind of slightly more relevant. Well, they're both relevant, but Rabbids at least had a proper a new game. Legends is just a port, and it's also had the crossover with Mario, and they could pull a lot of stuff from that. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of Mario and Rabbids stuff will get into the next Smash, if any at all. I feel like maybe we'd get trophies at least, but
maybe trophies. I mean, Sakurai has kind of shied away from including spin-offs. He's included Mario Kart and some of the Mario Sports games, but none of the Mario Party games are really referenced.
I think there's a trophy for one of the Mario Party games in Brawl. There's definitely a sticker.
Yeah.
But stage-wise, it's just cart and paper, and then trophy-wise, there's also the sports games. Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, we'll maybe it depends. If maybe not. If they have Rayman though, they might throw Rabbids in. It depends if Rayman and Rabbids are counted as the same franchise now or not. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, it's really murky. I thought of a worst Ubisoft rep just now. Just Dance rep.
It is very popular, and it did get an exclusive Japanese version, which also starred Mario.
Yes, and also, it's on. They are releasing the newest one on Wii still.
Yeah, I know.
They're still supporting the Wii.
Hey, maybe we'll get... Oh, no, wait. I was going to say we get some Just Dance songs, but those are all just actual songs.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how that would work.
Maybe the final Smash for Rabbids' character can be a Just Dance montage.
You know what? If Rabbids were used as a representation of all of Ubisoft, I would not be against that. I think it does fit, and there was a mini-game in the first Rayman Rabbids, which was basically a dancing mini-game.
Mm-hmm.
So it could also be a callback to that. But no. I think that the Rabbids aren't as annoying nowadays as they wore back on the Wii. I had that same, hate for them that a lot of people did. But then I'm playing Mario and Rabbids right now, and I was playing Rabbids Go Home to prepare myself for it, and actually found myself, quite laughing at some things, and genuinely thought they were funny at points. So I don't know if it's just something that's changed over like time with my age, or whether or not the games genuinely have gotten more. Like, you know, they've toned down how annoying the Rabbids were, because the Rabbids started off as bad guys and have slowly morphed into heroes. And I'm wondering if that's part of the why they changed it. Like, they were purposely really, really obnoxious and annoying because they were the villains. And now
they're still trying to cause chaos wherever they go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's part of their thing. But they were like how I mean, people like minions, but minions can also be really, really, really annoying. And Rabbids were the same thing.
I think one thing is that we have the minions now, so now when people look at the Rabbids, they're like, oh, they're not as bad as the minions.
I guess that is one way to look at it. I'd rather have the Rabbids in Smash than the minions.
Yeah. Oh, God. I know some people might want the Rabbids just so they can beat them up. And that's okay, too.
Yeah, that's okay. Replace Sandbag with a Rabbid.
Yeah.
And no, I can't. I mean, I guess that's all I've really got to say on it. I wouldn't be against him getting in over Rayman, but I'd much rather have Rayman first. But But if it does happen this way, I'm not going to scream and like send death threats to Sakurai or anything like that.
Yeah, please don't send death threats to Sakurai.
Yeah. What about you?
Rabbids, if they represent Ubisoft as a company, then that's fine. Rayman is much more preferred, but in the end, I still don't know how likely it is to get a Western rep into Smash, just because Sakurai still sees it as a Japanese game made to celebrate Japanese gaming. And we only have Diddy Kong as the foreign rep. The lone foreign rep is Diddy Kong.
The lone Western rep is Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
And, you know, that could change. Maybe we'll get, I don't know, Snipperclip's character. That's made by a UK dev, if I recall correctly.
I believe so, yeah.
So,
I could see it maybe a stage, but not a character.
Yeah. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But with that, let us know what you guys think about Rabbids potentially being Smash in the comments below, or on Twitter, or on our, website, Discord, all over the place, wherever you can find us. And if you want to message me individually, that's at Mr. Nintendo on Twitter. And for you, Push?
I'm PushDustIn on Twitter and everywhere else, so you can just search the web and you'll find me.
Yes. So like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, check out our other videos, and if you have a specific character or franchise you want us to talk about, let us know.
Yep, we do read all your comments.
Alright, later guys.
See ya.